We got a guy who is a very, very interesting candidate here because he's a former Giants player. And no, it's not Michael Strahan. I keep seeing that rumor. Michael Strahan's not leaving Good Morning America,
Oh
whatever,
yeah, get out of
GM
here.
Giants. We're talking about Ray Agnew, the Lions assistant GM. So he was, of course, played college football over in North Carolina University, being from the Winston-Salem, North Carolina area himself. ACC Rookie of the Year back in 1986, guys. I know a lot of y'all might have been born at that point. I was 4 years old myself, just getting out of preschool. Still, world hadn't smacked me down yet. Two-time first team All ACC in 88 and 89, third team All American in 89, and then became the 10th overall pick to the New England Patriots in 1990. Played for them from 1994, then played for our Giants 95, 96, and 97. As not exactly the best years for Giants.
No, the
After
bad years.
ended his career with the last 3 years with the Rams, where he won a Super Bowl. He was part of the Pro Football Writers Association's All-Rookie team in 1990, 451 career tackles in 157 games, and 98 starts overall. So he had scouting positions for the Rams, including part of the time being the assistant director of player personnel from 03 to 2016. So that's a long time with that organization, guys. And again, that's the one he ended his career with. So I like the fact that it shows you, a little bit about who he is as a person. When he played there for 3 years, and they're like, we want to keep you in house. We want to keep you here. We think you have a good football mind. We think you're a good person to get along with. We think you bring something to the table here. That's a good sign when you see that. I really do like that. He became their director of player personnel in 17, was there through 20 with that. And then in 21, went to the Lions, become their assistant GM, where he has stayed ever since. Pros and cons wise here for him. First, pros comes from a team that has seen success since his arrival. Like, we're talking about rebuilding, guys. Would you say the Lions are a successful rebuild? The first,
Yeah.
I mean, potentially number one seed in the NFC, depending on how Sunday night works out.
NFC championship game last year.
Yeah, like I would call that Hell's yeah. That's a successful, rebuild at that point there, having that back-to-back years there. That's what we're looking for. He's also a pretty fast climber. I feel like up the ranks as well. Going right from.
I thought you said, how do you know what he does on the rope?
I don't know. Played football. He's got some athleticism. As far as the cons wise, never been a GM, and he's got a little bit of limited experience with some of the higher titles you get in the front office there, which you'll see later on. We go over other guys here. He's definitely lacking in some of those higher end experience jobs. But listen, just because you had one of those jobs for all doesn't mean you're good as a GM, and just because you're moving up quick shouldn't be held against you either, because that means they think you're good, so they keep moving you up.
Yeah. You don't know. There's different types of like management out there, and sometimes you meet that manager who really doesn't do his own job. He has his assistant manager do his job for him.
Yeah, and that's what I do
from the get-go. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who do that. Like,
yeah, I know it. I unfortunately deal with a lot of those, but yeah, like I said, I just it's difficult to go ahead and assess sometimes GM candidates because we don't know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know. For all we know, every single right move the Lions have made, Ray Agnew is sitting there saying, "Nope, let's not do that." Like, we don't know.
Yeah, that's what.
This is why you have to have those conversations with him. This is why you have to talk to people who are within the Lions organization and to find out these things, because the Lions aren't going to hold him back. I know it kind of sounds selfish to go like, "Oh, just hold him back and keep him." That doesn't really happen in the NFL because that gets out. It's a small knit circle. It's only 32 teams, only 32 GM spots. You don't hold someone back. That will come back to bite you the forever.
100%. And listen, there's a reason he's probably as good as he is. Besides, talent, like he's probably has good mentorship.
Yeah.
And then if you leave legacy like that, you probably were a mentor to the guys that are replacing you.
Yeah. No. And Brad Holmes, who is the the GM at that point for the Lions, he was the director of college scouting for the Rams. And he brought this man along with him. So that says, again, a lot of what he thought about him.
Yes.
So I'll take it. Like I said, that to me is a solid move, and it shows, like I said, that he's a guy that people have enjoyed working with. That's a very big key on this, because let's be honest, guys. You look at what happened again. It's Hard Knocks. I know it's reality TV. Like, I don't want to look too much into that part of it to a certain degree, but this is the inside look we got into the Giants, that the Giants allowed us to get, by the way. It's on them. It's their fault, not ours.
Yeah.
The look we got was basically people saying, hey, maybe we think we could trade Saquon, and him going, oh, no one's going to trade for him. No one's going to give him money. It's going to be, the inside look was John Mara saying, I'm going to have trouble sleeping if he goes to the Eagles. He's like, he's not going to go there. Like,
yeah.
The inside look was not very good for him. Not very good at all.
Not a good look.
So, you got to question when you see stuff like that. If he is a guy that people actually do enjoy working with. I don't know that. I don't pretend to know that. The Giants hopefully know that. And hopefully the Giants, when they have their sit-down talks at the end of the year with other people in the front office, find out just that. And that's not to say you have to be everybody's best friend to be successful in that job. You're a boss. People are going to like you. That's life.
Yeah, I'm sure Bill Belichick wasn't the best boss, but a lot of people like working with him.
They respected him. That's the difference. Yeah. They say, that guy's a son of a bee. But I trust him. I know he's got my back. And while I don't agree with his delivery necessarily, he knows what he's talking about.
100%.
That's the difference. Meanwhile, Joe Schoen's having a peanut butter jelly sandwich somewhere in his car right now.
Yeah, he's taking all the guys offensive line out for lunch for peanut butter jelly sandwiches because we're all down to earth instead of taking them out for a nice prime rib.
He's an everyman's guy.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.